Hey everyone, Emma here, also known as 8vinyllow, bringing all of you another video. Happy New Year to all of you out there. I hope that all of you have had a wonderful holiday season and enjoyed kind of ringing in the new year here and having a fresh start for 2024. So I'm definitely looking forward to this year. 2023 was a great year for me in terms of teaching in my career, as well as a lot of really cool experiences that I've had. So I cannot wait to get going into 2024 and to see what it has in store. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but you know. Anyway, today's video is going to be a VCLT unboxing video. I got this package in the mail a couple of weeks ago actually, and I finally have time to sit down and open this up. This is a package from the one, the only, the legend, Santa Jim. So I always look forward to opening these up on camera to capture my reactions. Jim is one of the most generous, kindest individuals out there, and I don't know, I guess we're just gonna kind of jump right into it and see what Jim has sent my way. I mentioned this in all of my Legendary Jim and Santa Jim videos. This is an individual that has built up and helped me build up my John Mayall collection. He has also introduced me to so many wonderful bands, specifically within the power pop genre. Of course, huge Cheap Trick. And he also was the individual that that basically sent me my all-time grail, which was the latest by Cheap Trick, really hard studio album from 2009 to find. So I always look forward to these. They always brighten my day, and I cannot wait to share with all of you what Jim sent my way. So we're gonna get right into it, and as always, I'm probably gonna speed up this box opening part because for whatever reason, I still don't know how to open boxes 4 or 5 years later, so we'll kind of get going here on that.
Brandon, if you're watching, I know that you love these setup parts.
Anyway, we're gonna jump right into this and see what is inside. So I'm gonna try not to peek. I'm just gonna look straight at the camera, talk to all of you. How's it going? How's your day? Open up the bubble wrap. There's a note in here. Love the notes. Move this off to the side. There's gonna be a lot of explanation in those notes for sure. All right, right on top, I feel a bunch of different CDs, so I'm gonna kind of get right into that here. And this might actually be a little clumsy because I can't show you what he sent. So I'm gonna move that here now, and then I'll be able to do it this way. I thought that was a good idea, but you know. All right, first thing we have here is some Jordan Zivon Insides Out. A little connection to Warren, maybe? I don't know anything about this. This is from 2008 out of New West Records, but I know that in the note that Jim sends, he's gonna have a lot of explanations, and I'm sure all of you watching will have explanations as well. But I don't know anything about this, but I'm guessing it's gonna be some sort of something. Uh-oh, something fell out there. Okay, let's see. I don't know. We'll get to the note. I'm sure there will be an explanation in there, but we got some Jordan Zivon. Okay, next one we have here is Todd Herfindle. I'm gonna definitely butcher this name. Collective, another album that I'm not familiar with, also from 2008. I mean, it might be a trend. Jim is very notorious for sending albums with a specific year or genre or something like that. So we'll kind of see what that is here in a little bit. Okay, next one we have here is The Heyday. I think that's what it's called, The Heyday. Again, these are not sounding familiar to me, so I'm excited to kind of learn more as we go. All right, so that's the top. We have the Toms, Ooh, 1979 New Jersey power pop gem. I feel like I've heard of this band before, but I've not listened to this album straight through. If I've listened to this band before, it's probably just a select few songs. And I'm trying to think, Let's Be Friends Again, You Must Have Crossed My Mind. That kind of sounds familiar, the title. Side 2 has The Flame on there, so but it's obviously early. It's not Cheap Trick. Anyway, Passport to Heaven, I Could Go Now, Trap, Liverpool Girls. Okay, so like I said, this sounds really familiar. I feel like I have at least sampled some of these songs before, but this is the expanded 2LP reissue with 7 bonus tracks from the original session and more. So the Toms, I'm excited to see what Jim has written about them in the note. So we'll get into that here in a second. Always introducing me to the best of the pest in the power pop realm. We also have here John Bryan, Meaningless. I don't know this album, but it looks excellent. It says one of the early 2000s great barely released albums. One and only solo album, Meaningless, is an inventive art pop classic. And a band producer, Fiona Apple, Kanye West, Mac Miller, session musician. Okay, so I have a feeling that I'm actually really going to dig this. I definitely want to look more into this. It looks very interesting, so I'm excited to definitely check that one out. There are a couple more in here. We have Upside Down. We have Hurry, Don't Look Back. This is another power pop band named one of Spin Magazine's 50 best rock bands. Hurry are at the vanguard of the power pop revival. So it seems like this might be a newer release. Again, a band that I do not know all that well. This is purple with blue splattered vinyl. Again, this might be something where I've sampled a song or two, but I definitely don't think that I've really heard of this band before. So I'm excited to check it out. I really like this this cover art here in the front. Definitely gives off that kind of power pop-esque type feel to it. So I'm excited to definitely dig into that. All right, a few more in here. We have, I'm excited about this one. We have the New Pornographers, a band that Jim got me into and that John over at the Digital Gramophone has also talked up and has helped me with some of their albums in my collection. This is Electric Version, 20th anniversary, the second album back in print on limited edition opaque blue vinyl. So again, I've really gotten into the New Pornographers over the last couple of years. Master Romantic, obviously an all-time classic. That was thanks to Jim. So huge thank you to him for kind of getting me into this realm. And then again, John has helped me out as well. But I have not listened to this album straight through yet, and then obviously on vinyl, I'm sure it's just going to be an awesome experience. So super pumped about that one. All right, we're kind of getting in, well, no, there's still a few more in there. Next one, we have some more from the New Pornographers in the Morse Code of Brake Lights. I'm not as familiar with this one as I am with the Electric Version album. So looks like probably a newer release, I'm assuming, from them. Not their newest release, but a newer one. So I'll definitely kind of learn a little bit more through the note here. Okay. We got some, speaking of John Mayall, we got some John Mayall's Blues Breakers. This is volume 3. This has been a series that has been going on for a while, and Jim may have gifted me 1 or 2 of these volumes or type volumes before, but this one, John Mayall, Peter Green, one of my all-time favorite guitarists, John McVie and Mick Fleetwood, it looks like here, live in 1967. Just real quickly on the back for my other John Mayall fans, This is the third and final volume of John Mayall's Blues Breakers, live in 1967, which I kind of said. This is a one-channel, reel-to-reel tape recorder. Someone brought that into various London clubs in 67, and these performances were captured, and then obviously now released. So this is going to be such a fun listen. I cannot wait to dig into this one. Brand New Start, Tears in My Eyes, Stand Back Baby, Greenie, Talk to Your Daughter, and so on. This is going to be killer, so thank you, Jim. All right, I think there's one more in here, and that is the new Rolling Stones Hackney Diamonds. Surprisingly, I have not picked this up yet. This was something that I've kind of been putting off for a while. I did sample this when it came out. I thought it was, a solid album. It definitely took a few listens to grow on me, but I definitely think it's starting to grow on me. And the lineup overall, the guest appearances and stuff on here is just an absolute classic. So it really is a great, great release from the Stones. So now I'm very excited to add this to the Stones collection. I would say, with the Stones, it would be nice to collect all of their albums. I picked up their mono albums box set a couple of years ago, which I love their early stuff so much. Obviously, that British blues connection. But then obviously when you get a little bit later and you get into the other later albums, they're great too. But Hackney Diamonds is definitely a very, very solid Rolling Stones release. It's definitely made its rounds here in the VC. People talk about it. It's great. It's, not so great. I think that it is a really solid release. So I'm sure that listening to it on vinyl and getting that full experience, I'll have more to say on this. But overall, very, very good. So very cool addition to the collection. I'm going to transition over to the note now. This is always what I look forward to the most in these packages, solely because all of these albums that I weren't familiar with, he always does a really nice write-up on them. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more. So, and for those who are wondering too, this will kind of give you a little background about what we got. He says, "Hi Emma, Santa Jim picked up some items he thought you would like. First up are 3 CDs that are not available on vinyl. Jordan Zevon and his only album called Insides Out is first. He is the son of Warren Zevon." Okay, so I was kind of right on that. "Since you like him, I thought you might like his son's music. This is a rock album with some power pop. The album was released in 2008. The Heyday was a band from Denver. Their self-titled album was the only one they made. It is power pop, coming out in 2007. Last of the CDs is Todd Herfindahl and his album Collective. The debut album was released in 2008, and you guessed it, is power pop. He released 2 other albums after this. Moving on to the vinyl, the Toms were a power pop band from New Jersey. The self-titled debut album was released in 1979. That's the year again. This album is usually on lists of best power pop records. I've definitely seen that cover before. He also writes this copy is reissue from earlier this year and includes extra tracks not found on the original album. John Brion is probably Brian, is a movie soundtrack composer. His only solo album, entitled Meaningless, was released in 2000. It's modern power pop. This copy came out in 2022, and I think you'll recognize the last track. Okay, now I gotta go back here. The last track. Last track is Voices. So yes, I do recognize that. Voices, Cheap Trick. I'm excited for that. Moving on, he says another power pop band is Hurry. They're from Philadelphia. Don't Look Back is their latest album, coming out in August of this year. You have the first and third albums by the New Pornographers. Well, you now have their second album called Electric Version. This is a reissue from September of this year, and then he also threw in their album before, Continue as Guest, which is called In the Morse Code of Break Lights, which came out in 2019. So I have their first 3 and last 2 albums. Nice little bookends there. Volume 3 of Live in 1967 by John Mayall's Blues Breakers is next. They found lost tapes from the session and using modern technology made the sound decent. This album came out in September of this year. Volume 1 and 2 were released in 2015 and 16 respectively. The vinyl is hard to find and very expensive. The CDs are available at reasonable prices if you want to pick them up. Last but not least is the new Rolling Stones album entitled Hackney Diamonds. You have a few Rolling Stones records in your collection, so I thought that you would like this edition. I hope you get lots of enjoyment from this music. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Santa Jen. Jim, as always, and I know that I always write you a little message and stuff, thank you so much for this. I cannot tell you how excited I am to dig into this new music. It's like a huge power pop explosion. I love when we do power pop explosion stuff, so I know that I'm absolutely gonna love this. So thank you so much again for sending these albums my way. But with that, everybody, that is it for this video. Again, Jim, thank you so much. Make sure to go down in the comments below and tell Jim how awesome he is. If anyone else has anything they want to add on these albums, please let me know. I love learning about new music and just trying to take in as much as I can, especially here in the new year. So I hope that all of you have a great start to 2024, and I will see all of you again real soon. Bye, guys.